This is Richard Lapierre. In 1934, Lapierre did an experiment on discrimination. In this experiment, Lapierre traveled around the U.S. with a Chinese couple visiting a number of hotels and restaurants, 251 in total. This was to test the discrimination against the Chinese ethnicity. Only once in the 251 visits were they refused service. Afterwards, Lapierre sent out a questionnaire asking the question, "Will you accept members of the Chinese race as guests in your establishment?" The response was 92% no. The other 8% replied with the answer that they were uncertain. This experiment shows that there is no relationship between attitude and behavior. This is Leon Festinger. Festinger conducted an experiment on cognitive dissonance in 1957. The theory that Festinger made was this: every person has innate drives to keep all his conditions in a harmonious state and to avoid a state of tension or dissonance. If said person encounters a state of dissonance, the discomfort brought about by the conflict of cognition leads to an alteration in one of the involved cognitions to reduce the conflict and bring the harmonious state back again. In the experiment, his subjects were told that they were participating in a 2-hour experiment. They were told that the experiment is to observe the relationship between expectations and the actual experiment of the task. From here, the participant is shown the first task, which is putting 12 spools into a tray, emptying it, and repeating for 30 minutes. Afterwards, the subject is asked to do yet another extremely boring task. After this, the subjects are debriefed. The two groups were paid either $1 or $20 and asked of their experience. In the end, the group paid $1 found the task to be more enjoyable. This shows cognitive dissonance. This is Harold Kelly. In his study, Harold gave a class of students a paragraph-sized description of a visiting lecturer. Half of the students got a description that had listed his technical qualifications and then said that he was a very warm person. The other half of the class got the same description, but at the end of theirs, it said he was considered a rather cold person. When the lecturer arrived, he gave the same talk to all the students. The students who had warm in their description of their lecturer interacted more and asked questions. Those who had cold in their description said that the lecturer was unsociable. Only 32% of these students interacted with the lecturer. This experiment clearly shows biasing effects in person perception. This is John Darley. John Darley and his friend Bibb Latané conducted a bystander apathy experiment. This experiment related to an event where a girl named Kenny Genovese was murdered in front of her house. A man chased her and stabbed her twice. Kitty shouted for help and a neighbor yelled for the man to let her go. Soon the assaulter fled and left the girl alone. In this case, nobody did anything. The question was, why was such indifference shown to Kitty? In the experiment, they had university students who had been told they were in a discussion of personal problems. The participants were to talk to other participants in a discussion group, but in separate rooms over microphones. Each person had 2 minutes to speak, during which the other people's microphones were turned off. Each person had a treatment condition in which there are 5 options for the condition the participant was in. The result was that only 31% of participants tried to seek help. In the first treatment of one-on-one conversation, 85% of the participants asked for help, meaning that if the subject thinks that they are the only one who knows of the incident, they are more probable to ask for help. Bigger groups showed fewer reactions. Diffusion of responsibility is what occurs when other people think that another person will intervene. That's just one explanation. The other is pluralistic ignorance. This is the mentality that since nobody else is reacting, neither should they.
apple is so yummy.
It is. Can I have a bite?
Wait, don't take a bite. Didn't you hear Snow White? She died because the apple was poisonous. Don't take a bite.
You can have a bite.
I want to take a bite. Can I take a bite?
No,
Why?
because it'll be poisonous.
And?
And you'll die.
Here, take a bite.
Okay.
Mmm, yummy. Kelsey, do you want a bite?
No.
But we all did it, so everyone else has to do it.
Okay.
Yay!
I guess it's not poisonous.
This example shows group polarization. This is the tendency for a group to make decisions that are more extreme than the initial inclination of its members. When someone is placed into a group and forced to deal with a situation, the whole group usually has an attitude towards the situation. The attitude of the group may change over time. If the attitude is strengthened, group polarization is occurring.
Today is such a good day, but I'm feeling a little sick. I think I might pass out.
Oh my gosh, wake up!
Oh, thank you for saving me.
You're welcome.
You're such a good person.
I know. That's mine!
But that's mine! I hate Dylan. She's such a bad person.
This example shows the halo effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where an observer's overall impression of a person, brand, or product influences their feelings about that thing's character. Edward Thorndike made the concept about a person that he thought was a halo.
Can I have your phone to call my mom?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, Mom. Yeah, I just want to tell you that I lost my phone. But it's nothing new. But, yeah. Have a nice day. Love you. Okay. Can I, like, have your phone since I lost my phone?
I'd rather not. Please?
Please?
I guess.
Thanks. This example shows the foot and door technique. In this technique, you have to get a person to agree to a large request by first getting them to agree to a simple request.